Hey everybody, what's going on? Uh, just want to do a quick live before I jump over to the reinvention center. That's all. Wish all my friends and people happy Valentine's Day. And then what I mean by we're not out of the water means that we still have people who are incarcerated that need our help. Whether it's you campaigning for them to get home or whether it's you trying to advocate for them or anything. But you know they still need our help. So first thing to all the people out there, what's up, chap? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. I want you to jump over to the Reinvention Center, go on my page, and look at the link. We're getting ready to do our podcast, our Sunday podcast. So I was just jumping on for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to get Lisa or Jessica to post a link to it, and try to ensure that I get some people over there and stuff like that. But I just jumped on, man, to you and Tisha, man, to George and Chantrell, man. I wanted to say to Reginald and Barb, to everybody who's watching, I want to say happy Valentine's Day. And it's a day of celebration to where it's just one day that we take love, which in fact it should be an everyday thing, man. And you are a perfect example of you and Tish are a perfect example of how love should be expressed towards one another, you know what I mean, even with the family and everything. So, and I think that George and Chantrell is also, and we all have our differences and stuff like that, you know. So, even though if love was a couple, man, I think me and Jessica will be one in the little book and everything. So I got to say that first. But anyway, hey, happy Valentine's Day, my niece Candy. So I want to tell everybody that too, man. We have to share love and give love, not just today, but throughout the year. And there's so many times throughout the year. We can't just wait to the last minute, to express love. Love is not a work in progress, but it's a constant feeding of each other's soul. You know what I mean? So, in order for us to continue to grow, we have to continue to nurture and feed, just like the sun and the rain feeds the grass and everything. You know, so we have to constantly feed each other back and forth. You know, and so when we get in our feelings and don't want to reciprocate that necessary nurturing back to our partner, then what we're doing is we're stunning the growth of our love. So I think that's one of the things, though. I wanted to say hello to Chaplain Watts and Barb, you know, wish them a happy Valentine's Day. To all the couples out there, to everybody, you know, who's out there. But the thing why I said we're not out of the water, man, we still got a lot of work to do. There are a lot of people who are incarcerated that need us. I just, got news that a friend of mine has COVID, and he's an asthmatic, and so that's the thing. We still have to stay safe in the sense that either we need to get the vaccine. You know, I've taken the first one of mine. I'm waiting to get the second one a month later. You know what I mean? I just think that we have to continue to wash our hands, continue to wear 2 masks. Hey, Miss Brown, how you doing? Yep. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your husband. You know, thank you for jumping on. I'm inviting everybody over to the Reinvention Center, baby. If you get a chance, you find that link for me and post it, on my comments. But I'm running a little late. I told them I was going to be a couple minutes late because I wanted to run over. I want to jump on here and just say a few words, man. Okay, thank you. Always on time. I appreciate you. As Chaplain Olivier would say, my better hold, not better half, my better hold. So I appreciate that, chap. That's words of wisdom that you always drop us and give us and things like that. And so I was just talking to a few people, who are incarcerated. Man, it has not gotten any better within the federal system. And I think that the public is sort of being misled on like what the temperature is inside the federal prison, because it's still a hotbed for COVID, and they're still trying to downsize by letting people out on the compassionate release or the CARES Act due to the COVID virus if they have underlying condition. But what they're not telling the people is that their modus operandi is to pick all these people back up after when everybody gets vaccinated and they say, okay, We know we no longer have a COVID threat. All these people that they got out all across the country on house arrest, they're intending to pick these people back up. You know, and this is just not me saying, this is just some of the case managers and everybody saying. I'm not talking about state, I'm just talking about the federal people. There are several people who with life sentences because they had underlying condition, they're out on house arrest right now. There are a lot of people with, 10 years or 15 years or more, they're out on house arrest right now. These people are not, if they were intent to let these people go free, then they wouldn't be on house arrest. So I think it's imperative that you get a lawyer to find out how you can go ahead and get a commutation of sentence or a pardon, just so you won't have that fear of going back once the government says that we're out of the waters on the COVID within the federal system. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Yeah. And so I just think that that's one of the things that we have to do and one of the things that we have to be mindful of. On another note, locally, community-wise, man, I'm trying to gather some leaders. How you doing, big bro? I'm trying to gather some people from around here. I spoke to the sheriff today, Kevin Williams. I spoke to Joe Henry, the brother of Kevin Henry, and I wanted to do a 24-hour sit-in. So I want to try to get you, Chaplain Olivier, and the chaplains from there, and to try to come over, man. I want to get some youngsters to where we can have a sit-in from, like we used to do in the city, from sundown to sun up. Keep them all night, have a line of guest speakers, man. Maybe pop some popcorn, sit down and talk to them, and get them a conscious talk, man. Because anytime you have right here in the Mississippi Delta, where we have 3 teenagers killed on the same day, man, and another one wounded, little Bobby wounded and stuff like that, man. So we have seven families who've been destroyed. That's the three families of the young men who died. The 4th one who's in the hospital, you know what I mean, fighting to get out, and the 3 that they're looking for who did the shooting. So in essence, that's 7 families destroyed, man, in a small town where everybody know everybody, and it's already hard enough for people to get along and people to trust each other. You know what I mean? So when you got 2 of the guys who are still on the run, and the U.S. Marshals going around kicking in doors in this little small town looking for people, man, as a person who's formerly incarcerated, it's hard to tell a man to surrender his freedom, but in the best interest of himself, because the U.S. Marshals is not going to play with him. After the videos that they've shown and everything, with the person on social media ranting and raving about what's going on, man, the U.S. Marshals, when they come to your door, they're not playing in the game. They're looking to take you in, as they used to say in the old days, dead or alive. So they're not going to play with you. So that's one of the things that you got to be mindful of, man. So, and it's a tragedy. So what I want to do is, I'm proposing that we find a place, if it's a high school or somewhere, where we have a sit-in, man, all night sit-in, so they can understand, what happened to the people fist fighting and coming back the next day and everybody's all right. Man, so many youngsters are killing each other, man. And when this happening here in rural Mississippi, it's man, you know that it has trickled down too far. It's something that you expect in the city, even though it's not right. Black on black crime is not right, but I think that's the self-hate that we internally, unknowingly possess when we can't love our brother enough to not want to take his life. Whether it's for a fight, girl, drugs, or whatever it is, man. It's so easy for a youngster to want to take another youngster's life in the essence that, well, he don't respect life in himself. But there are a lot of people in prison, state, federal, all over the country, from California to Maine, who are in prison as teenagers with life sentences, man. So those are lives that we want, there's so many of them who are on death row. It's been on death row since they've been teenagers, man. And it's like all of us. It's not just one or two. It's not just one. They're not discriminating. You see a few white guys on death row or with licenses, but 80% of the people incarcerated and on death row are African Americans. And right now, the teenagers, man, are the fastest growing. Teenagers and women are the fastest growing population, because the women are doing just as much as the men are. The little girls, to say, I dare to even call them women, because they're still teenagers, man. They haven't even fully developed mentally. And so, if you think that they are how can I say it, playing games with us, man, just Google it. Look it up. Just look at all the states per capita. Who's incarcerated? Look at how fast women are getting locked up in this country. Look how many young men and women are dying before they even get to prison, before they even turn 21, before they even turn a legal age, man. You know what I mean? Look at Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi right now is leading the nation per capita in deaths. You know, this year already, Jackson, Mississippi is leading the nation. You know, that's something that somebody bet me Friday, and I said, no, they're leading the nation per capita in death. You know, so what did that say about us as a people? It means that we don't care anything about us. Don't blame it on the pandemic. You know what I mean? Because you were killing before the pandemic. I think that what the pandemic has given them a certain discord in the way things are naturally running, but it's no excuse. It's no excuse for us wanting to take another human being's life. You know what I mean? And then it's all senseless. You know what I mean? What's up, Roger? How you doing, man? Yeah, so that's one of the things, Roger, I was just telling everybody about how we want to try to have a sit-in here in Mount Bayou, you know what I mean, with the youngsters from sun up to sundown. So I'm going to meet with the sheriff later on and Joe Henry, maybe try to get Keaton to come down. I just got through speaking with a guy a former NBA player in Illinois, just right before I got on this live about trying to come down and get some people, you know what I mean, to come down and talk to the youngsters here. Maybe we have to, we just got to find some kind of way, man, some kind of way to reach them. I don't know, we need to get some young rappers to come down here and talk to them or whatever. We just need to find a way to get them out and get them on the same chord, because there's too much killing going back and forth between Cleveland, Bernard, Mount Bayou, and all these surrounding communities in the state of Mississippi, period. But definitely when you start having it in the Mississippi Delta, it's just a total disregard for life, man. And we need to stop losing our young men and our young women to senseless violence in the street. And like I just got through telling everybody also, Broderick and Ant, the one thing we need to do, we need to reach out and help those who are incarcerated. You know what I mean? We need to help our community. Right here in Mississippi right now, we got an ice storm that's coming. It's going to shut us down for a week. You know, so it's going to be like you're already social distancing from the coronavirus, but hey, sir, how you doing? Happy Valentines Day. Make sure you jump over to the Reinvention Center. I'm going to get ready to go. I told him I was going to come over about 7:15 and everything. So I was just touching base with everybody, all my viewers and listeners. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, thank you. You know what I mean? If love was a couple, I would definitely be part of it. What's up, man? What's up, Gene? How you been, man? Long time no hear from, man. Reach out to me, man. Send me your number, man, in my inbox. Long time. How's the family doing, man? It's good hearing from you, man. Yeah. Are you still around? Somewhere around? Just get in touch with me, man. I want to sit down and have a talk with you, man. Everything cool, classmate. Just take care, man. Yeah. Just make sure you reach out and everything. But anyway, you see the link? You know, join me in the Reinvention Center, man. I'm going to jump over here and get ready to talk over here about a few things. You know, this is just something that we have every week. We took last week off because of the Super Bowl, you know. So, but now it's time to get back to business, man. It's time to get back to business, and we're going to make sure that you send the link. Baby, post a link for me. The link is, let me see, here's the link right here. Meeting ID 890-1780-4986. Passcode 643843. And so we're going to be jumping. I'm going to switch over right here. I'm going to climb over to the Reinvention Center. Okay, here you go. Make sure that you join. Thank you, baby. Yeah. So y'all jump over, man. Especially you, Linwood. Make sure you, Jay, all of y'all jump over, man. We got a real powerful topic today. You know, so I gotta go. I gotta jump over. I got 3 minutes to get over. So y'all take care, man. Happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting me. Thank you. Be blessed.